Well, before we get started on today's episode, let me wish you guys a very happy new year and a fantastic 2016. The first episode of 2016 on DJ Suketu Unplugged, and we got something very interesting coming your way. In the comment section, I heard and I read that somebody wanted to learn how to make his own EDM kick. Well, that's what we're going to be looking in today. We're going to be doing some sound design and using Logic Pro X to design your own electronic dance music kick. So let's take a look at it right now. In just about 5 to 5.5 minutes, maybe even less, we are going to be teaching you how to make your own electronic dance music kick. Well, I got Logic Pro X opened over here, and we are going to first listen to what I've already made, and then we are going to be recreating this particular kick again from scratch. So let's listen to the kick that we already have. Perfect. I love this kick and I'm sure I'm going to be using it in my next production. Well, the first thing to do is create a software instrument. Once the track is open, go down to Instruments, go down to the ES2 synthesizer stereo. Once that is open, before we even go ahead, you take the MIDI region and drag and drop it here. I mute the tracks on top. That way we just have this particular sound. But before I play that sound, what I'm going to do is go down to the drop down menu, go to tutorial settings, and in tutorial settings go down to something called analog saw initialize. This way the whole ES2 is reset and we start from scratch. What you're going to listen to now is just this particular sound, and we're going to be making this sound into this sound. Well, let's take a look. We move from top bottom. What we are going to be first doing is make the ES2 mono. The voices remain at 6. In the oscillator start, we make it a soft start, and we are going to be using only one oscillator, which is oscillator 1. What we are going to do out here is first move it to the sine wave. Once moved to the sine wave, check that in your mixer oscillator 2, oscillator 3 are shut, so your full volume is only 100% on oscillator 1. Then we are going to be making the oscillator 1 minus 24 semitones. So once we made it minus 24 semitones in oscillator 1, this is the sound that you're going to be listening to. Getting there slowly, getting those low ends and everything, and just sort of getting to the kick the way we want. Next, our work starts in the Matrix Modulator. Basically what we're going to be doing is, where we have cut off 2, we're just going to pitch 1, and our source is going to be envelope 1. The second oscillator as well, we are going to go to pitch 1 and we are going to go to envelope 2 as the source for that, and we don't want to use a mod wheel, so we put it off. Both these values go right on top. Next step, what we do is switch off this particular modulator which is on. We don't actually need it over here. Now let's start moving the oscillators and the envelopes just to make sure we get that perfect sound. First thing, we are controlling pitch 1 with envelope 1, and we are going to be making it mono, not polyphonic. We set the attack to just about 4.20. Once that is done, we get the decay to about 140 milliseconds. Then we move on to envelope 2. In envelope 2 as well, the attack is all the way down. The decay is just 0.92 milliseconds. Before we even shift the decay, let's listen to how it sounds right now. You're getting this sound? Now as I keep reducing the decay, just check out how the sound changes. And at about 0.92 milliseconds, we got something which sounds exactly like a kick. Then we come down to the sustain. The sustain is all the way down, the release is all the way up. Done with envelope 1, done with envelope 2, and now the final touch, that is envelope 3. In the envelope 3 again, we keep the attack at just about 2.7 milliseconds. The decay goes down to about 260 milliseconds. The sustain is all the way up, and the release goes to about 140 milliseconds. And we are pretty set. it can be 140, 160, no problem. Now let's listen to this particular sound again. And we got a kick going. Just to give this kick a little bit more feel and just give it that one punch, what I'm going to do is add just one effect to it. I'm going to go down to the audio effects and select something which is given by Logic Pro X in amps and pedals. I'm going to be going to the bass amp designer. Once that opens up, all I'm going to do is take a preset and make it sound a little bit better. Give it that little bit more of the bottom heavy end. So there's a bass amp called heavy bottom. It's a preset. Just click that on and we have our kick ready. But just to give it a little bit more of a transient, what I'm going to be doing is, and what I've done is that I've just added one more particular layer of the kick over here, and I've added an EXS24, which you see over here. And in EXS24, all I've done is gone down to the drums and percussions, single drums, and in single drums in the electronic kicks, I've used electronic kick C18. Basically what this will give you is this will give you just that one bite and one attack to the kick which was missing in that kick when we created from ES2. So once we have that, this is what it sounds like. But this kick itself also has those low frequencies. We don't need those low frequencies. All we need is just that click and that transient to give it that nice punch and make this kick sound proper electronic. So on this particular track, I've put on an EQ and I've just cut out the low frequencies till about 300 Hertz. When you listen to the kick now on the EXS24, it sounds like this. And now when we listen to both these together, this is what your EDM kick sounds like. That one click from the EXS24 just actually changes the sound of the kick. Well, there we have it, our own EDM kick, just the way we want it. You can just play around with this kick as much as you want. You can open up the ES2, increase the release, increase the or decrease the decay, and trust me, your kick will change and the sound will change according to what you wanted. Once again, this is just my point of view of creating an electronic dance music kick. You can make the settings as you want, what your ear feels like, and make the kick according to your liking. Thanks once again for watching DJ Suketu Unplugged. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of 2016. We got lots more episodes like this coming your way. So stay tuned, subscribe, and do hit the like button if you like the episode.